Good morning. It is May 3rd, 2011. Lots of good things going on. Lots of good things going on in my cause to become independent, self-sufficient, finally. After 16 years of trying, I'm finally going to be able to move out of somebody else's house and into my own home. My own home. I mean, yeah, it's a rented place, but it's rented in my name. Let somebody come put me out of there, huh? All I've wanted, people, that's all I've wanted, is the right to take care of myself. My way. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not hurting you, or not asking anybody out there to think the way I think, or to believe the way I believe, or to agree with what I say. The one thing I do insist on is that my voice is just as important as yours. My rights are just as free to me as they are to you. You want to live your life according to the consumer society? Fine. Go ahead. Look where it's going. Just look where it's going. Me? Tell you the truth, I don't know if all of you are familiar with the Grizzly Adams character, but that's me, okay? I don't need your consumer-driven society to survive. Sure, I like all the comforts that are around us. I like my video camera and my computer and my TV and the lights and all that. I like it just as much as you do. But one of these days, mark my words, people, this is all going to stop. Nothing lasts forever. Okay? Nothing. It looks like Pakistan thought that they could hide bin Laden forever. That's the way I feel about it anyway. I doubt very seriously that this guy could survive right there in the middle of that city in a super compound, basically, surrounded by military, and no one knew he was there. No one. Alright, give me a break. Give me a freaking break, okay? And Musharraf, there's a lot of things fixing to come out about all of that. The truth about all of that. I can't wait to see what's on the stuff they recovered from that compound other than Osama's dead body. There's something I think more important than that they recovered. And that's information. Information that's going to finally put a stop to a lot of what's going on around this world. As for my own case, I've had quite a battle of my own just to claim and be able to exercise the rights that I was born with as an American citizen. I have been so stressed out about all of this. Think about it. I'm going to have to go back now through all my records and find out exactly the date that I started this video crusade that I've been on. This media war, it has not been easy. Okay? It's leaving casualties left and right, left and right. And I don't like to hurt people. I am the last person on this planet that would ever want to be the one who has been the cause of anyone's suffering. It's unfortunate that I have had no choice but to go into commando mode and just mow down anyone that got in my way without the right to be there. I'm not asking for much. I'm asking for so little, and I'm getting such a big fight. And it's not because anybody doesn't believe that I have the right to be me and to live the way I do. It's because of the almighty dollar. The unbelievable greed that has just consumed this country. Consumed it. I have a very, very, very sincere apology to put out there today. I inadvertently hurt the one person in this whole world who has, without fail, since the very first message she sent me, has given me nothing but love and support. Nothing but. I'm not allowed to say her name, and I can understand why. But I will say this, Nikki, I love you. I love you dearly. And I will never again question your love for me. Never again. I have dreamed of what your voice would sound like according to the picture that you sent me of your pretty face. And I can tell you straight up, and I'm not just saying this, sweetie, I could never have dreamed that your voice is as beautiful as it is. The voice I had for you was more beautiful than anything I've ever heard. And then I heard your voice. Sweetie, there is nothing in this world that will ever drive me to question your love, sincerity, devotion, and support of me ever again. Never, never, never. And there ain't nobody in this world that's ever gonna hurt you. Most especially not me. They'll have to go through me to get to you. And as you've seen, they got a fight on their hands if they try it. I'm not invincible, but I'm going to bring some people down before I go down. I am a soldier, trained, yes, by the military of this United States, which I proudly served prior to starting my 30-year career as a carpenter, which ended in disability. And 16 years later, I am finally regaining the right to be free. Finally. Getting out from under the thumb of a merciless society. I am so sorry about the statements that I made in the last edition to this series. I believe it's number 77 or something like that. I am so sorry. Never again, Nikki, will I ever question you. Ever again. Now there's I want you to be with me very badly. And I know that you want to be with me very badly. We're going to have to do this in a way that we're not breaking any laws. Because of the way it's set up, sweetie, I am having to accept state help to pay for the rent of this apartment that I'm moving into. Which means anyone that lives with me, I have to report that they live with me. According to the papers I'm reading here, at least 14 days prior to them moving in with the intention to live with me. There are lengths of time that a person can stay with me without being considered a live-in, and I think it is good that we try that first. Try to live together for at least one of those lengths of time before we actually determine that you are ready to live with me and that we are. I mean, I already know this, and I know you already know it too. But let's face it, sweetie, we have to get together. We have to test it. You know what I'm saying? There's no doubt in my mind that it's going to work out. None whatsoever. And I know there's none in yours either. It's just the legalities of it. I know that it's not going to be real easy at first to do this, because I really have to stay within the law. No matter what I do, we have to stay within the law. It's the only way that they're going to leave us alone. and it's agreed, you know, laws are laws. They're there for a reason, you know. It's a government, you know. That's how we survive as a people. Is, you know, we set up laws and regulations and rules and say, you know, you need to follow these guidelines so that society works okay, you know, and so that we're not out there hurting each other and taking advantage of each other and abusing each other. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it as to how we can do this so that we're not breaking any laws, we're not stepping on anybody's feet or nothing like that, and that we get a chance to be together for a little while to be absolutely sure that there isn't going to be a problem, you know. One thing I've learned in this life is never take anything for granted, no matter what. Never take anything for granted. Things come and things go. All you have in the end is your own self. But God didn't make one. God made two. Remember? Male and female. Okay? But He didn't make two separate beings. He made one in two separate bodies. And it is so fortunate when those two bodies, born separately in separate places and at separate times in this world, are fortunate enough to find each other and meld to become that one that God intended them to be. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. And it's very rare. It's very rare. And becoming more rare every day. I'm blessed. Absolutely 100% blessed. From the very bottom of my foot to the very top of my head, I am absolutely blessed for you to have found me the way you did. I've got things to do today, and I want to get this on there so that when you wake up this morning you can see this right away. Because although I've talked about other things on here, Nikki, this one is for you. for you especially. I love you, my sweets. I love you more than anything that I could ever tell you. I love you. And we are going to make this work. Legally. Absolutely legally. We're not going to break any laws. We're not going to step on anybody's feet. We're not going to hide anything. We're not going to be ashamed. We're going to live in such a way that they can't hurt us. Okay? And I'm sure that you can understand that, and I'm sure that you agree with it, because I know you, and you are me in female form. That's the only way I can explain it. And I can't wait for the two of us to get together and reproduce this form. It's a dream come true for me. It's a lifetime dream come true for me. It's just too bad so many people had to get hurt to make it happen. I'll never hurt. I will never hurt anybody ever again. Especially not you. Especially not my family. The people that oppose me, they don't do so based on what is true. They do so based on lies that they have been told, that they have believed are true. So I can't blame them or feel malice, or it's a shame, and it's going to take a lot to turn that around, to break the grip that the ultra rich corporations have on we, the supposed free society. Well, I'm going to stop rambling here, and I'm just going to say one more thing. I love your voice, sweetie. This is the most beautiful voice I've ever heard in my life, and I am not just saying that. Holy shit, I never would have dreamed you sound so beautiful.